tree, before you had seen one, is going to come out of this. Well, you'd never believe.
Alright, welcome back to the channel, people. Appreciate all the subscribers and all the likes and all the comments so far. We're continuing the salon build, and next steps are going to be to start doing some tile work. Katie wants a backsplash right behind the shampoo bowl, and she wants it to be like a stripe that goes all the way across kind of that whole back wall. So that's what we're going to attempt to do. We're going to attempt to make this backsplash. Okay, so what I've done here is mapped out where this backsplash is going to go, and then I'm going to get Katie's opinion on what she thinks it looks like. The measurements I've just pulled out of the air, at least as far as like height goes. And then blue tape is up here so we can get a visual of potentially what it'll look like. Okay, change of plans. This looks weird. We're not going to do a tile backsplash like this in a single stripe. Instead, we're going to treat it more like a wainscot, and we will go just a little bit above the shampoo bowl here and work just this wall and go down. It's just visually more appealing than a stripe of tile. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to probably start right about here and go down. All right, let's get to it. Something to point out is that these aren't quite gapped perfectly. That is a lot closer together than, say, over here. But I think initially what I'm going to do is just go through the all the boxes and take the ones out that are pretty darn near perfect and just set those aside, and then the ones that aren't perfect like this, maybe also set those on the other side, and then start off with my perfects first and then deal with my imperfects later, or vice versa, one of the two. Well, that's not a good percentage. Decent. Bad. Oh boy. So this is the first time I have worked with tiles that are on a mesh. So I have no clue if this is good or bad. Every single sheet that I have run into, they all have little imperfections in them. Some are too close, gaps are too far. Like none of them so far. 2 boxes worth. None of them. These are like okay. These are not good. And I'm wondering if that's normal. I have no idea because I don't usually work with this kind of tile. Okay. That one's got a bunch of chips in it. Come on. One thing I want to mention about this top, you may be wondering why I'm not making them really perfect and straight, and the reason is because we're planning on putting a piece of trim. I'm not super concerned about making sure that these are perfectly straight, because essentially I'm going to be covering everything up anyway. Okay, all I've got left are these little sort of detail portions of the wall. And it's these detail portions, all those little pieces and those little pieces. And then up here, those are the ones that take forever. This was really fast to do. This is what takes long. Okay, so before I grout, I think I'm going to focus in on this. And the thinking behind this was that I'm going to build out essentially a frame. It's going to be like a little picture frame around this. 1/2-inch plywood. Looks straight enough to me. I think we'll use this. And I'll just paint it white. Whoops. What was it? What happened?
Sack quarterback.
Good.
Benson and Heflin.
Good.
That was a terrible throw.
Are they gonna punt?
Yep.
Told you. It's time to grout. think this is the one. Some cool old barnwood. Hopefully all the nails are out. Okay, we're getting near the end. Grouting's done. The last part is kind of the trimming out this top edge. I'm going to secure it with dowels. There's probably a few ways to do it, right? You could just toenail it into the studs. You could pocket hole it into the studs. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill into the stud. I'm going to drill into the piece. And I'll put a dowel in with some glue. That'll hit all the studs and it will sit right on top of this. And the reason that I'm choosing the dowel method is because Katie wants to be able to put some product on this ledge. And this ledge will be about 2 inches wide. And so I want a little more stability than just a fastener. Wood dowels, in my opinion, is the next best thing. So that's the plan. Hopefully that works out. And then this wall will be done, and that's going to be a nice sigh of relief. I'm ready to move on. One cool quick tip. Take your carpenter pencil, if you don't have a scribe, and you can set it flat up against the wall, and that can become your scribe if your gaps are small enough. Okay, I've decided to change tactic. Instead, I'm going to use these structural screws from GRK. And these are big, beefy ones. And I'm going to drill through the board here. And then that's going to go all the way into the stud. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm not going to put a dowel in there because I think it'll look weird. Instead, what I'm going to do is I cut off another piece and I'm going to glue the front piece like that, and then it'll look like nothing was ever there.